how to utilize your trading data in order to ensure you achieve your goals. Now, it may be subjective for everybody, but I want to showcase the diagram of what I'm using and break down everything on how I got my analytics. First off, check out my boy Emmanuel's channel. He posted in his community tab the video I'm actually about to go in and break down. Check him out, subscribe, amazing channel. Now, this is the video by Flux Trades, how to actually treat trading like a business. He broke it down well. However, I found with me going in personally and doing this activity on my own, I asked myself some questions and really personalized it toward me and my trading journey. So I want to showcase to you guys how you can do that as well. Going to our TradeZilla dashboard, with however you track your trading data and analytics, you will need this. If you don't have trading data analytics tracked and measured, it can work. It'll just be a little bit more stressful, but it'll totally work. Whether that be with Notion, Edgewonk, TradeZilla, Google spreadsheets, however you track your trades, it's okay. Just follow along. So, first off, what I'm going to go do, we're going to go to our reports tab. This is fortunate for me because TradeZilla shows everything. Now, I do already have this fully drawn out right here. I went in, took the time to do this on my own with the achievement of my goals and where I want it to be within the next 16 weeks. A lot of us focus on this dollar amount, right? We get so caught up. Oops. Bro. We get so caught up with trying to make 10K per month that we totally throw everything out the window in order to achieve this monetary goal. But the one thing a lot of people skip over is that the 10K per month doesn't just come by manifesting 10K per month. It comes by focusing on the good habits that build you into the individual within your specific niche that is able to achieve this dollar amount, whatever it may be. So, the first question you have to ask is, what do you want to achieve? Do you want to achieve a monetary goal like 10K, 20K, 50K per month, whatever the case is, right? Second, you have to ask, what is this specifically within what you're doing? What is this specifically? Within personally, for me and my trading, I asked the question, what is $20,000 per month within trading, and what do you need to do in order to achieve it? Now, you can see with the video we are using for the example, that was not a question he asked. When watching these videos online, a lot of you get this confused thinking you're supposed to rip all of the content he put on his video and put it into your own personal journal. No, your journal is personal for a reason. Write whatever applies to you within your journal. For me, you could see my chart is totally different from his. It's related, but I threw in my own questions, I guess, into it, making it my own. I personalized it. That's what you need to do with everything, even with this video, if you go in and apply what I'm showcasing to you. Now, I asked a question. What is $20,000 per month in trading? $20,000 per month is over $1 million in funding. So in order for me to hit this in a very consistent way, I will need over $1 million in trading capital in order to do this, funding wise. Now, I wrote up here at the top, increase the amount of funding capital and the easier it will be to make larger returns with minimal risk. You see, I'm already thinking ahead. I'm putting myself in the perspective of not risking heavy and being able to maintain consistency. How are we going to do this? How is this $20,000 per month broken down? Well, with the $1 million, in funding, it's broken down as 2% gain per month. Very, very simple to achieve, and that equivalates to $20,000 per month. Now, already set up here, the more capital you increase, the easier that gets to hit, and the less stressed out you are to make 10% per month. There used to be the stigmatism that you have to hit 10% per month in order to be a good trader. That is not true. Scale up your capital, cool it back off with the risk. You will be a lot more consistent. That's what I found within my past year and a half of trading. After blowing tens of 20 accounts and, achieving however many payouts. No. Going back to our trading data analytics, you may ask the question, well, Lonnie, how did you get all of this? I'm about to break that down right now. In order to achieve this $20,000 per month, you have to understand, what do you need to achieve on a weekly or monthly basis in order to get to this goal? Now, for me, I use it in monetary value, being money. You could use this in any value. Just break it down. Break it down. So, how do we do this? Well, I understood in order to get that 20K per month, I'm losing my tabs. I'm losing every tab. Okay, here we are. In order to get to this 20K per month, I need a minimum of 1.5 R return per week and or 6 return per month. 6 R per month. So, 1.5 and then 6 R per month. Now, you may be like, well, Lonnie, how are we going to get this? I'm glad you asked, or didn't. This goes into our volume KPI. KPI, what does KPI stand for? Key Performance Indicator. How are you doing? This strictly tracks the measure of whatever variable this is for you. For me, it's return per week or month. What is the volume KPI? How much do I need to trade in order to hit this? Well, I only need 1 to 2 winning trades per week. Preferably only 1 trade per week. 1 winning trade per week. So you see, I'm not over-targeting. A lot of the time we like to over-target what we want to achieve. We say, oh, I have to hit, I have to do 3 winning trades per week, and it's a must. And we forget that losing streaks happen, that the risk reward of every trade will be different, unless you have an average risk reward, whatever the case is. But there's a lot of variables that go into winning trades, right? And not every trade is the like. They are similar, however, they're not fully identical 1-to-1. With that being risk reward factor, trade execution, trade timing, everything of the sort, right? Obviously, there are those rare instances where that can be the case. However, going back to it, so 1.5 R per week, 6 R per month. You can see right here, I broke it down. This R return multiple is subjective to your current account size, meaning it doesn't matter if you're on $1 million account and or it doesn't matter if you're on a 5K account. This R multiple is subjective to whatever account size you're on. So if we're on a $100,000 account, oh, that's not $100,000. This is $100,000. If we're on a $100,000 account, whatever our risk is, and this risk parameter is specific to you, let's say we're risking 1%. That's our risk. And then guess what? Times 6 per month, that will be a gain of 6%. However, if you're risking not 0.5%, right? This is your risk, times 6, your return will be plus 3% or 3R on the month. This risk factor is subjective toward what you're comfortable with and where you are within your current trading. This is totally subjective. If you're risking 0.25 per trade, then guess what? Multiply that by 6. What's the quick math? Oh, I could do it. 1.5 R per trade. Or per month, right? All of it is subjective, so guess what that allows you to do? It allows you not to be in this rushed mindset that you have to hit this instantly, because if you're doing it on the smaller accounts, you are building the consistency in order to be able to do it on the larger ones. Meaning, all you would need to do is this right here, increase the amount of capital, and you will hit your goal. But it starts by focusing on the smaller things that a lot of us like to neglect, right? See right here, I wrote down, if you want to see larger profits, larger returns for your profit, increase your account size. It's as simple as that. Now, we have the monthly goal broken down, needed to achieve in order to actually make our goal become a reality. We are reverse engineering our goals. It's as simple as that. Don't overcomplicate it. Let's start off with volume KPI right here before we go into quality. Because you see, quality is a lot more broken down because the quality of your trade executions are important. And I will get into that. Don't worry. Volume KPI, 1 to 2 winning trades per week. We understand if our average risk to reward, in my sense, how did I figure this out? Well, I went to my Trader Data Analytics, and I seen, okay, well, profit factor, bam. What is my average risk reward? Well, it's in between 2R and 3R, so we just made an average it out to 2.5R, right? It's as simple as that. Go in, look at your average risk reward. Bam, we see mine right here, 2.5R. Let's just call it that. So we have an average risk reward of 2.5R. And this may seem over the top, but I promise you it's very, very easy to understand. We need at least one winning trade, and this is factored in with the loss. In order to get to this 1.5R per week, that means we could take a loss of a 1R and still equal that 1.5R on the week. I already said you will have losing streaks, but you will also have trades where you hit wins back to back. Don't forget those as well. So this is very plausible. Even if you have a losing week, even if you have a losing month, it is very, very plausible. So don't worry about it. But you see the math plays out. So what does this mean? It's a simple 50% win rate on the week. 50% win rate. If you're taking 2 trades, bam. If you're taking 1 trade and you hit a win, you don't need a trade anymore. Obviously, if more trade opportunities showcased, you can. But in following with the achievement of our goal, you don't need to trade anymore. However, I will be trading more because I want more data analytics on my trade strategy. Going deeper into it, what is the model we will be executing upon in order to achieve this? Well, AMD, accumulation, manipulation, distribution, ICT, power of 3, call it whatever you want, liquidity sweep, market structure shift, and an imbalance retracement. This is what we will be using in order to get to these 1 to 2 winning trades per week. Right? Breaking down even further. How do we get to these 1 to 2 winning trades per week executing upon this model? Well, we need 2 to 3 high probability days. What is a high probability day for us? These are the questions you have to ask. And you can't just rip this from me. You can't just take everything Lonnie wrote and put it on your chart and expect it to work. It doesn't work like that. Now, for him, Flux Trades, he did have 8:30 a.m. news and no red news, or high impact news. For me, I found that when looking into my trading data, and I will showcase to you guys how to do this, no news trading days are very profitable for me, especially no news Mondays. And 8:30 a.m. high impact news trading days. Now, specifically, what news events? Well, no news Mondays. ISM manufacturing news data release. Now, this is typically at 11 a.m. Eastern. So, I did factor that in. And 8:30 a.m. high impact news trading days. You have to know what are your most probable days. When you focus on those days, you emphasize those days, and you get to tune out all the other, unnecessary noise of other trading days that look and are improbable. How did I find this, you may ask? Simple. Went to my trading data analytics. Bam, reports. I went to days, clicked on days. Guess what? TradeZell is cool. Showcases all the data you could ever ask for. Monday. Wow, Lonnie's made $21,000 on Monday. Click on it. The 21,000 subjective. It could be 200 if trading profits here are subjective. You could change it to whatever you want. Now, bam, cool. We see Lonnie is profitable on the day. That's all that matters on Monday. We break it down. We look at all of these wins. We see the close dates. Emphasize the close dates. Focus on the wins. Ignore the losses. Go to Forex Factory. Wow. Okay, 10/14. We made 3.4K on demo. What happened on 10/14? Wow, it was a bank holiday, but it could also account for no news Monday. Cool. Okay, let's get a nice pen and paper. Okay, I ripped it. Let's get a nice pen and paper and let's tally it down. No News Monday. Bam, tally that down. Cool. Go to 10/7, October the 7th. It's as simple. It really is as simple as this. Going here, No News Monday. We had another win. Mark it down. How I marked it down, you may be curious. Let me actually draw this out for you all. I'm literally showing you everything I'm doing step by step. No News. 11 a.m. news. Eastern Standard Time. EST. And then 8:30 a.m. high impact news. And what do? I look at each win. I'm going to full screen for this. You guys have absolutely no excuse. I'm doing this because I care about you all. What do? Well, when I find a trade that aligns with these, so for example, the true trades we've seen on Mondays, cool. We have no news, check. No news, check. Those were wins. Now, we fully tallied up and we see, okay, what's most probable out of our trading data analytics? We're fully using our dating analytics to our max potential. That's all this is. That's all your emphasis should be right now if you're not profitable, like me. Your focus should only be to utilize as much data as possible in order to ensure you improve within your trading. If you're focused on anything else, you're doing it wrong, unless you're already profitable. Consistently profitable. Consistent payouts, consistent withdrawals, all that good stuff, right? Now, and you continue to do this with every single trading day. There's only 5 trading days, so it's not hard to do. You look at all your wins, analyze all your wins, and see, okay, was there news on this day? Okay, if there was news on this day, 8:30 a.m. high impact news, cool. Mark it down. Mark it down, mark it down, mark it down. At the end, you'll have a bunch of tally marks and figure out, okay, well, I have 8 tally marks for No News Mondays. And then all throughout the rest of the week, total no news wins, I have 10. Okay, cool. I know that's a high probability day. Specifically what? No News Mondays. Okay, on Thursdays, I have 8 wins on early 8 a.m., 8:30 a.m. high impact news. Cool, I know that's another probable trading day. You do this and you analyze it, and then you jot it down right here. No news trading days, 8:30 a.m. high impact news. And when you're going into it, you can also be a little more niche and write down specifically what news. For me, I wrote down No News Mondays, ISM news data, which releases at 11. So I did have a few marked off with 11 a.m. news data release that were wins. And then 8:30 a.m. high impact news days. We understand this right here. If I group this together, winning, well, probable trade factors. It's as simple as that. Simple as that. Bam, got that right there. Now, that is our volume KPI. Let's get into our quality KPI. This is very important. And you could see I added a lot more than he did. Not because I'm better or anything, no. Just because I'm a little more niche with how I do it. I'm sure if he's seen my video, he would appreciate what I did too. Go check him out. Great video. So, right here, we see his and we see mine. Mine's a little more in-depth. That's because I fully wanted to break down the reasoning behind everything. Because our focus is the gold. Everything that is boxed in gold, these are necessary. And they advance us to where we want to go. The blue is important pertaining to our trade strategy. But the gold is what will push us toward our goal every single day. This is how you see daily result. By emphasizing these gold boxes right here. This will get you to where you want to get to in the timely manner. Now you could change this timely manner to whatever you want. But focusing on quality KPI. What is our quality KPI? We understand that our average risk reward is in between 2 and 3R. So quality KPI, 2 to 3R plus per trade. You know, profiting trade. What is our target? our minimum trade target. In order to get to this, remember, our focus is to get to this. Our focus is to get to this. The 1.5 hour per week. All of this is building up into this. So this 6 hour per month, 1.5 hour per week can build up to our $20,000 per month goal, or whatever it is, $10,000 per month, whatever. Right? Now, we need a minimum of 1 to 2 R. Cool. That's our focus target. How do we get this 1 to 2 R? What do we target? We target prominent highs and or lows on the medium time frame. What is a medium time frame? 15 minute to hourly. That's a medium time frame for us. What is our targets? Buy side liquidity and sell side liquidity. Prominent highs or lows. It's as simple as that. That will allow us to get our 1 to 2 R on a consistent basis. Specifically, what are we targeting? Buy side, sell side liquidity. Clear equal highs or lows. This is also relative equal highs or lows. And or higher time frame macro imbalance retracements. Our profit target is when we get into fair value gaps, right? It's as simple as that. These factors will allow us to hit our minimum target 1 to 2 R. How are we going to get this 1 to 2 R? What strategy are we going to use? Accumulation, manipulation, distribution, ICT, Power of 3 model. You know, I highly recommend you guys, if you're not mind mapping already, mind map, please. It has changed my life. And if you're someone like me who thinks a lot and needs a visual representation on what to do this. It will change your life forever. There's a reason why you see every successful person doing it is because it works. So don't sit there and be ignorant saying, oh no, I'm not going to do it. It works. I promise you it does. So right here, we have our strategy in blue on how we're going to achieve this. Now, dumbing down our strategy even more. How many executions are we going to take in order to achieve this 1 and 2 R? Note, it's not daily. We'll take losing, or we'll have losing streaks. We'll have winning streaks, and we'll have sporadic wins and losses. But on average, we will take 1 to 2 executions in, a day when opportunity showcases on probable trading days. Mainly when it's probable trading days, we'll probably only take 1. But if we want to divide our risk, we'll take 2. Mainly 1. So that's why I wrote 1 to 2 executions. Now, how will we get these good trade executions? We will have dynamic risk. We will have our trading psychology in place. And we will have a validating stop loss above or below the liquidity sweep. It's as simple as that. Now, risk management, discipline, and good decision making. These are the 3 components that go into dynamic risk, trade psychology, and validating stop loss. Risk management, discipline, and good decision making. Now, I broke it down even further than this because you have to understand what makes your risk management well, what makes you be disciplined on the chart, and what brings good decision making. If you don't know these things, then you're going to do it for one day and totally fall off the next because you have no idea what you did in order to achieve that. We have to learn what we did in order to achieve the result we achieved, whether that be negative or positive. Because if it's negative, then we can go and refine it and not do those actions again. And if it's positive, we can refine it and continue to compound on those good habits. What are the habits that build us to have and become traders with good risk management, discipline, and good decision making, or within whatever business model you're in? Doing the work that improves your trading. Now, that's too out there. We need to narrow it down even more. What are those specific actions? Backtesting, trade reflection, trade strategy refinery, going in and doing, tasks like this. Or, whatever, tasks like this. I forgot the word I was looking for. And teaching. That's 4. Teaching. For us personally, that is what builds our trading. Those 4 things. I keep doing the wrong number. Those four things is what builds our what? Our trading risk management. And good habits in order to build our discipline and good decision making. Now, what emphasizes our discipline? Going to sleep early and being consistent at the gym. It's as simple as that. It really is as simple as that. When are we disciplined? when we do the things we know we need to do, when we go to sleep early, when we get good sleep. And note, I didn't write wake up early, because you could wake up early and be inconsistent with that. I sucked at waking up early. I just recently started waking up whenever my alarm rings, even on the weekends. And it sounds crazy. Oh, you couldn't wake up. For me, I couldn't wake up early on the weekends as well, because I wasn't going to sleep early. Now that I'm going to sleep early, I can wake up early. It's that simple. Alex Ramosi said this, don't set an alarm to wake up. Set your alarm in order to go to sleep. Because if you set your alarm to go to sleep, you can wake up at any time you want. And he's 100% right. So, focus on going to sleep early and being consistent in the gym. That is what allows me to build discipline. You see, we're getting to the root of these. Now, how do we make good decision making? Clear mindset. Well, you can't, clear mindset's too broad. You have to narrow it down. Journaling and meditation. Journaling what? We already have, trade strategy, journaling, or trades. Journaling personally, what's on our mind. Being able to get our thoughts onto paper. That's it. Simple as that. And what's the last one? Meditation. Being able to calm our mind in a clear meditative state in order to focus on what we need to focus on. And doing these three things will yield us the result of risk management, discipline, and good decision making. And by continuing to execute upon this will in turn enhance our trade psychology, trade strategy, and our risk management. What will that allow us to do? Wow, be consistent with hitting our target of minimum 2R and following everything that applies to our trade strategy. Now, this will go into the factor of the quality key performance indicator. Wow, we see we're hitting our trade target. This will play into the factor of hitting our weekly and monthly trade target, eventually getting us to where we want to get to, achieving our goals. Do you understand? I hope you do, because I'm not repeating it all. This structure will allow you to be consistent with achieving your goals because you know what you're doing. It's very difficult to achieve your goals once you first achieved it if you don't know what you're doing, because then that's luck. If you know what you did in order to get to where you got to, then it's not luck, right? Whether that be good or bad, because if it's good, you keep doing it like we said earlier, and if it's bad, you could dig yourself out that hole. So, this is as simple as it gets. As simple as it gets. You apply these and you emphasize these gold boxes right here, 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 and you will achieve this. And by achieving this, you will achieve this. Utilize your dating analytics with whatever software you use. Go look at your reports on TradeZella if you utilize TradeZella. Actually use this stuff. There's a reason why it's there. I used to be the one that discards my trading data analytics saying, it's not important. I just need to focus on my, R multiple. No. Focus on everything. Focus on your trading days, your trading weeks, your trading months, the trading time at which you execute, the average trade duration of which you hold your trades. See what works better. See when you're most profitable. Focus on, price is subjective. Volume you can use too. Instrument I don't use because I trade the same thing. R multiple, position size, how you react during certain position sizing, wins and losses, everything. Utilize all of it, even going into your playbook and seeing within your playbook rules and confluences what works the most. If you look back at my videos in the season I'm in right now, all my focus is on data analytics. I'm in an 8-trade losing streak. I couldn't care one bit. I actually hope I take more losses so I can learn more, continue to refine my trading strategy, and improve upon there. Obviously, the 8-trade, you shouldn't be taking 8 losing trades in a row. I have been because I've been tweaking and seeing what needs improvement and playing into, growth within my trading. And slowly I've seen the improvement. It takes time. You won't see it right away, but I promise when you do, continue to compound on what you're doing. So, this is the simple model to achieving your goals. Simple model to achieving your goals. And this is what I will utilize in order to achieve mine. Obviously, The date at which you achieve it is subjective, as long as you could achieve it. As long as you can achieve it. But doing these tasks will allow you to get to where you want to get to. Begin mind mapping if you're not already. I hope this video provided some of you guys value for the ones that watched until the end. Thank you. And go in and do the work you need to do. Love you guys. Peace.